For thousands of years, humans have craved one thing above all else: safety. From the moment we were children, we learned a brutal truth. To survive, you need to be accepted by the tribe, and to be flawed meant to be rejected. But as we grew older, the cracks started to show. You remember those moments, the laughter when you did something stupid, the burning shame of an awkward social interaction. The pain of these imperfections became too much to bear, so your mind created a shield. Enter the ego. The ego didn't just protect you, it blinded you. Instead of accepting that you failed, the ego fabricated a new story to protect your image. It wasn't my fault I failed that test, the teacher is incompetent. Or, it wasn't my fault I was awkward, those people are just shallow. It shifted the blame outward. But as you reached adulthood, the problems got bigger. So the ego needed bigger delusions. Blaming a teacher wasn't enough to explain why your life wasn't working. It needed a monster. It started convincing you that the elites are after you, that shadow groups are controlling the world, and more importantly, specifically holding you back. This is the ultimate sedative. By hating this invisible enemy, your ego feels perfectly safe. It tells you it's not your fault you're broke, it's the economy. It's not your fault you're lonely, it's the social engineering. Rapidly, millions of young men have become fixated on this idea. They think they are waking up from the matrix, but in reality, they are just hitting the snooze button. They have handed over their accountability to a ghost. But there is still time to take it back. The fact that you're still watching this video means one thing: you're done with the drought. To finally take your life for yourself, you don't actually need to do anything. The shift has already happened. Just by hearing this, a realization has locked into your mind. A trigger that will activate every time you start bullshitting about the enemy. You now know that the enemy is just your ego, and you cannot unlearn this fact, which is why you have officially gained back control. But it's not all fun and games. This realization is a double-edged sword. By gaining accountability, you have opened a crack in your identity. You stripped away the ego's default defense mechanism. Having control is the best thing that can ever happen to you, and at the same time, the terrifying worst. You are now responsible for your life's entire trajectory. You cannot get angry at an invisible enemy when you wasted your day. You can't blame them when you look in the mirror and don't like what you see. If your life's a mess, it's entirely your fault from now on. And this is where most people break. When the cold air hits the crack in their identity, they panic. They realize that without the matrix to blame, they are left alone in their inadequacy. The ego screams at them to go back to sleep, to find a new excuse, to find a new villain. But you're going to stay in that cold. Because here is the secret that your ego was desperately trying to hide from you. If the failure is 100% your fault, then the success is 100% within your reach. Think about it. If the elites have really ruined your life, then you are powerless. You have to wait for them to change for your life to get better. And spoiler alert, they never will. You are a passenger in a car driven by a ghost. But if you are the one who screwed up your life, this is actually the most empowering news you could ever hear. It means the steering wheel has been in your hands the entire time. You were just driving with your eyes closed. The moment you accept that you built this prison, you also realize that you hold the keys to the demolition. This is the trade-off. You lose the comfort of victimhood, you lose the luxury of complaining, you lose the tribe of people who bond over how unfair the world is. But in exchange, you gain the only thing that matters: agency. The world stops being a prison and starts being a playground. The seed is planted. The excuses are dead. You broke it. Now, go fix it.